Morning. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you to Alex and Travis for giving their time to come and answer some questions as well. We're really excited about being able to announce the international fixtures for the coming season. We've obviously got the T20 World Cup that will culminate here in a semi-final, which those ICC tournaments are always fantastic fixtures. So we're excited by that. Then the England team is staying on after the World Cup to play a one-day series. We've got one international on the 17th of November, which we're really excited about. They're obviously a very good one-day white ball team, current world champions, so that's sure to be a great fixture. And then very excited to see the West Indies back here for the first time since 2009, playing a great brand of cricket in another day-night Test match here, starting on the 8th of December. So that's really exciting. Demand for cricket is very high. We're excited to be allowed to have crowds back at full capacity, and we know from our SACA's waiting list for membership that demand is extremely high. We've got the longest waiting list that we've had in a generation here. So we're really excited to welcome all fans back to the Adelaide Oval for some great cricket during the summer. Thank you very much.
Charlie, can you just ask about the Test? It's almost the crown jewel in the Australian summer, the night game. How do you think West Indies will enjoy playing under the lights here?
Well, I hope very much. I mean, we haven't played the West Indies here for a dozen years or so, and it's great to have them back. They always play a brilliant brand of cricket, so excited to see that. It'll be interesting to see them under lights. It's obviously become a fixture of the Australian summer, so we hope to have very full crowds back to watch them play in the way that we know the West Indies can, and they're a decent Test side, so we're looking forward to that.
Would you like to have had the South African Test here, Charlie?
Sorry?
Would you like to have had a South African Test here?
No, I'm very happy with the West Indies. You know, all the history and heritage that kind of brings to the, I think it's 30 seasons from the time when they won by one run. We know that they've got some great players. They recently beat England in the West Indies. They're a good Test side. So, no, I'm very happy with West Indies. We can't wait for that to come around.
And from an atmosphere point of view, Charlie, what sort of flavour can we expect? I mean, the West Indies bring their own colourful brand of fans, and it'll be super exciting. What can we expect with the Indies in town?
They do, yeah, and we'll try and sort of play on that history and heritage as much as we can to bring a flavour to it. But above all, I'm just looking forward to seeing a full Adelaide Oval for the first time in a few years, with the restrictions easing, and looking forward to welcoming our members back. Village Green will be back open again for members in full force, so we're really excited about that.
So will everything be at full capacity? There'll be no restrictions on any fans at all?
Well, as it stands now, yes, unless there was a dramatic change, but so that's hugely, that's a hugely exciting thing for the game to be able to get back to the ways before pre-COVID.
Financially, how much does that help SACA?
Well, it's a huge help for the game in general. As I say, our membership is very strong. Actually, one of the key things that's come out of the COVID pandemic is people understanding kind of what's important to them, and so our waiting list is extremely strong. We haven't seen the length like that for a generation. So, we need to get back to getting full crowds in here, because financially that's very important, not just for international cricket, but also for the Big Bash. And I know Cricket Australia are doing a lot of work on the Big Bash to give us the best schedule they possibly can, and I've got great faith that they'll be able to do that. So it's going to be a big summer of cricket for sure.
This may seem like a silly question, but the vaccine mandate at Adelaide Oval, that's no longer in place, is that right? So people don't have to be vaccinated?
That's right, yeah.
Obviously, a good thing means some people might not have been able to see it the past year and can now come on as well.
Yeah, and that changed a few months ago during the footy season, so that will remain in place. Yeah.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Charlie.
Are we both in or just me?
One at a time.
Go on.
Yeah, one at a time.
G'day.
Cricket food, look.
G'day guys. I don't have anything prepared, sorry.
West Indies in a home Test, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. As Charlie mentioned, it's a huge summer of cricket. I guess coming off the Ashes last year to then have South Africa come and tour, but to have the West Indies here in Adelaide, my fondest memories is watching Brian Lara on the hill just down here scoring 100. So to potentially play against the West Indies in Adelaide, as Charlie mentioned, They beat England over in their home conditions. Their cricket's improving every year in that red ball format again. So they're obviously really strong in T20 cricket, and they'll want to come out and put their best foot forward, no doubt, in a pink ball test in Adelaide. With 2 tests, you've got to be on your game from ball 1. So very exciting.
Have you done much since Pakistan tour?
No, I've changed a lot of nappies, a lot of school drop-offs. But in terms of cricket, I've had a good break. It's been nice to spend some time at home, freshen up mentally. It was quite a big summer, but also ready to go. It's been close to 6 weeks, and can't wait to get over there. I've had the bowling machine on the indoor centre, and I reckon the conditions might be a little bit different to that. So I can't wait to get to Sri Lanka.
How do you ramp up the next couple of weeks, Des? What's it for you?
We head off on Friday. We'll have 11 days before the first one-day game, which will be great preparation. 5 one-days, and then obviously the tests start after that. So we'll have close to a month before Test cricket starts over in Sri Lanka for a few of us travelling over on Friday.
And I know it sort of gets asked often, and the answer is often the same. When it comes to security, has CA given the players an update? Any briefing on that?
Yeah, we've had a number of meetings leading into this tour. With full clarity on what's going on. Obviously, once we hit the ground, we'll see with our own eyes. But very exciting. Personally, I don't feel there's a concern to tour. We're always looked after really well by CA, the security, the information we're given. So exciting to, I guess, hopefully put a bit of a smile as well back on the Sri Lankans' faces, which obviously doing it tough from reports, but hopefully some cricket will, I guess, turn that around for them.
There's been a talk over the last couple of summers about players wanting to start the Test season in Brisbane because it's a bit of a fortress. How do you feel about starting at the new Perth stadium? Do you still have an advantage there against any opponent, do you think?
I don't know, personally speaking. I guess for me, wherever we play, whoever we play, it's always exciting to start the summer in Australia. And with WA, I guess, being starved of some opportunities in the international cricket scene over the last couple of years, I think that's going to be great. No doubt they'll want to come out and watch, so the atmosphere is going to be as good, if not better. Optus Stadium's amazing, and it's craving a full stadium again with international cricket. So I think it's a great opportunity. I probably see it more of a really good opportunity for WA and Australia to play over there rather than what we're potentially missing at the Gabba.
Have you played much with the Optus Stadium?
Played a couple of BBL games and an Australia A game. So it's an amazing stadium, just like Adelaide. It's new, it's fresh. Speaking to the footy guys, it's one of the best places to play with the LED lights. So no doubt with Test cricket against the West Indies, it should be. Talking about flavours, it should be pretty cool to hopefully witness a full crowd, some good buzz around the ground. There's normally no clouds in the sky, and a great place to play cricket. Thanks.
Thanks, Des.
Thanks, stuff, mate. Well done. How are we all?
All right. You get some rain at your joint last time?
Oof. Yeah, plenty. Good for the lawn. Yeah.
Well, Trav, what does another gearing up for another summer mean to you? How does the next couple of days sit with you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward, like Ed said, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Been nice to relax, and I haven't done it a lot over my career, fully having sort of 4 or 5 weeks off completely. So the last 3 or 4, it's been a good mix coming in, sort of 3-4 times a week, having a hit and a run, and on the days off, it's nice to have days off, but when you hit, you get the itch back. So I'm looking forward to Friday getting back into it. What
does success in Sri Lanka mean to you? You were brilliant in the Ashes, Pakistan. It was a great series, and a tough series. What does now challenging yourself in Sri Lanka mean? Yeah,
probably a mix of both. I think Test cricket I would have liked a bit more output, but nice to finish the series off well in the one-day form. So, look, if I get my opportunity in that team, then hopefully I can continue to take it and make strides in that. And in Test cricket, it's about adapting very quickly. The flip side is that I finished the series really well in Pakistan, and in this series I get to play Test cricket second. So it'd be nice to be get the lay of the land a little bit. Play either Auss-A, one-day cricket, whatever that looks for me over the next couple of weeks leading into that Test series, which is going to be massive. It's obviously the Test Championships huge for us. We sit top of that. That challenge conditions, I know from last time being around the group in Sri Lanka when I first got a look at the Australian squad all those years ago, it was a tough tour. So fully expect that again, and I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Your little break wasn't really to plan, was it? I don't think we've chatted to you since what happened overseas. Are you comfortable chatting us through that little incident?
Yeah, it's all good. I think it was just a bit of weather, and he overshot the runway with the plane, but it was nice. There was a big old paddock in front of it, but yeah, it was a little hairy for a few hours. It was nice. We didn't miss any connections and whatnot, so it was Jess was a lot more calm than what I was, which was nice. But yeah, it wasn't the nicest way to cap off a beautiful sort of 8-9 days.
So pretty scary in the end.
It was for a split moment. When I got my feet on the land, I was pretty happy. So, but yeah, it's a nice story to tell.
Much more comfortable facing the Sri Lankans in Sri Lanka than sitting on a plane in the Maldives now.
Well, I've got to get there on a plane first, so see how that first one goes. But I think a bit bigger plane, so looking forward to that.
What sort of challenge do the Windies bring for you? Played against them before?
Yeah, I played one-day cricket a long time ago, so not played Test cricket. I think that's what you want to do. You want to tick off most of the countries and challenge yourself against everyone. So looking forward to that, something new. They played really well against England. Another challenge, another team. It'll be nice to have success against them, and it's going to be challenging for them coming to Australia. We play so well here and Perth as well, so they're going to have to start really well, and we're going to be looking to start the summer really well in Australia. Yeah, huge amount of cricket. We want to be playing and winning as many games as we possibly can, so it'll be nice to start well against them.
Do you feel like everything's settled now? Ronnie's been in the seat for a tour with the JL sort of situation, everything's sort of simmered down. You feel like everything's settled and that's sort of in the past?
Yeah, I didn't go to Brisbane this week. I opted to take a few more days at home with obviously what's coming up. So it'll be nice to get there, and I'm sure the environment is going to be much the same as Pakistan. Very calm, consistent environment. Knowing what we need to, the expectation is that we need to go there and perform and play well. All those outside noises, I guess, put pressure on us. We played really well in Pakistan, and the challenge is to continue to back up and do it again while we're away. And especially, like I said, with the Test Championship, it's important to win away because we know we're very strong at home. So if we can do that, we keep putting our best foot forward to make sure we're there at Lords come next year.
You played Test cricket at the Perth Stadium. Is there any less advantage starting the season there than at the Gabba, do you think?
No, I think they're quite similar. I think it's going to come to Perth or to the Gabba. I think it tests you. There's a lot of pace in that wicket. It played some tricks when we played India there a few years ago, and we played really well there. Off the back of losing here, we went to Perth, beat them in Perth, and so to start there, I think it's going to be tough, no doubt. We've got to make sure we're going to have to put them under high pressure. I guess they come from their conditions to probably the most vulnerable being the Gabba and Perth. So to have their first test at one of those grounds is, I think, a huge advantage for us. And then, so we're going to make sure we start really well because we know how foreign it can be for opposition teams coming in and playing on those sort of wickets.
And there's a one-day series against South Africa that's going to schedule in January but not confirmed. Would that rule please go back to the BBL? Do the most players want to go back and play BBL cricket? There's an opportunity in January or around that time?
Yeah, I think you've seen that with the guys that played finals last year. The one, obviously, come off a massive summer, a massive high of the Ashes, and then a couple of days later, Kez and myself fronted up for finals for the strikers. So the want and will's there to perform. But it's also going to be different for different guys, individual needs, their relationship with their clubs or whatnot. So, but I think most guys are willing enough to play. They want to have success. They want to see the state teams go well. People have pride in that, and people have pride in their own performance. So if the schedule allows it and there's enough time and people feel like they're going to be fresh and ready to go mentally and can give 100% to the team that they're going back to as well, it should be. I think blokes will be playing.
Two very proud South Aussies. What does it mean for you both? Maybe just for you, I can't speak for Alex, but when you get a home crowd here, day-night test, you've done it a couple of times. What does it mean to you when you represent Australia on your home deck, playing home crowd? Yeah,
it means a lot. Had a great opportunity to do it a few times now, and it's one of the great weeks in Test cricket, I guess, and especially in the Australian summer. Probably compares the weeks of that and Boxing Day, obviously, with Christmas and your family. But to have all my mates here, most of them sit out the back. But it's amazing sort of lead up. We get a long time prep normally in Adelaide. We sort of get the 7 or 8, 10 days here sometimes. So it's a huge buzz. Everyone loves it. It's going to be nice to have a full crowd, nice to have the back going and buzzing, and it's an amazing atmosphere.
I want to ask quickly about Henry Hunt. After summer he had and now being in this Aussie team going to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
How far can he progress from here, do you think, and how quickly?
A long way. I think he's someone who's very adaptable, learns very quickly. I think we've seen that since he's come into the tide. Shows in his leadership as well, obviously taking over from the team later in the season. He just continues to get better and better. It's going to be a great challenge for him to go over, see different conditions, but he's a quick learner. He asks a lot of good questions and he's a hard worker. tough cricketer, tough opening batter. I see him going a long way, and if he can continue on his progression that he has over the last couple of seasons, there's no doubt that he'll play for Australia at some point.
Cool.
Sweet. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.